Hello everyone, my name is Kirti and I am an assistant professor in ITM. Today I am going to discuss the concept of insurance. This is part 1 in the insurance concept, and today I am going to cover the introduction, meaning and definitions, characteristics of insurance, origin, history of insurance and functions of insurance. So man life is open to risk of various nature, and individual life is subject to risks such as untimely death due to accidents, premature death, illness, disablement and unemployment. Similarly, in the case of business, varied nature and types of risk should be faced by the business people while carrying their business activities. So basically, we need some device through which we can protect ourselves and our dependents from all sort of risks to which we are exposed. So insurance is defined as a cooperative device to spread the loss caused by a particular risk over a number of persons who are exposed to it and who agree to insure themselves against the risk. Risk is uncertainty of a financial loss. The risk cannot be avoided, but the resultant loss occurring due to the risk can be avoided by reimbursement of the loss. The insurance contract work under this principle. So risk means what? Risk means the possibility of a financial or mental loss. See, mental loss can't be recovered through the insurance, but insurance company can reimburse your financial loss. Insurance is a contract. There are two parties. Number one is insurer and second part is insured. Now insurer is the insurance company who is providing the policy to the policy holder, and insured is who is getting insured from the insurance company. So it is a contract between two parties by which one of them, called the insurer, agrees to indemnify the other, called the insured, or assured against a loss. Undertakes to indemnify the insured for a consideration in the form of a money called the premium. The contingency insured against is called a risk. See, risk has been covered by the insurance company and there is a consideration because contract, according to Indian Contract Act section 10, consideration is must. Consideration means you are paying something and you are getting something in return, right? So there is a consideration, means consideration is a premium paid by the insured to the insurance company. And what consideration paid by the insurance company to the policy holder? Whenever the loss occurs, the amount for which the insured has taken the policy, so that amount has been paid by the insurance company. So that is the consideration from insurer to the insured. Next, its definition has been divided into two parts: functional definition plus contractual definition. Functional definition says that it is a cooperative device to spread the loss caused by a particular risk over a number of persons who are exposed to it and who agree to insure themselves against the risk. According to Dinsdale, insurance is an instrument of distributing the losses of few among many. So what does mean? That it is a pool where lot of people have to invest in the money, and it spread loss caused by a particular risk over a number of persons that is exposed to it and who agree to themselves against the risk. See, there are a lot of people who invest their money in the pool. That pool is called the insurance pool, and the loss has been occurred by the few people. So whatever the amount has been collected by the insurance company, that has been divided among few people who are under the loss. Next is contractual definition. So insurance may be defined as a contract in writing under which one party agrees in written for a consideration to indemnify the other party against the loss, contingency, or to pay a specified sum on the happening of a specified event. So contractual definition says there is a contract between two parties. Number one is insured and second one is insurer. So there is a contractual agreement between two parties, and one party is paying consideration in the form of premium, and the second party is insurer paying the consideration to the insured while contingency occur. Now move to characteristics of insurance. We will discuss characteristics one by one. Number one is sharing of risk. So what is the meaning of sharing of risk? Sharing of risk means, see, the premium has been collected by lot of people. Already discussed, the premium has been collected by the lot of peoples, but which may fall on the individual, his family, on the happening of a specific event. So how all the insurers share the loss of an individual? The common fund from which the loss is met is built up from the premium received from a number of persons. Hence, there is nothing wrong to say that loss of an individual is shared by all the insured. Next is it is a cooperative device. So insurance plan is the cooperation of large number of persons who agree to share financial loss arising due to a specified risk. In other words, we can say that it is a joining scheme of insurance where a lot of people join together and paying some money in the pool, and the loss who are suffering the loss, that money has been provided to that people and their dependents. Next is value of risk. So the risk should be valued before insuring. The amount of premium depends upon the quantum or value of the risk involved. It is expected a loss is estimated higher, the insurance premium will only on the happening of a certain contingency. Certain contingency occurs, then the payment is made. In a life insurance contract, the amount will be paid if the insured dies or the period of insurance expire. But in the case of general insurance, the loss is uncertain. The contingency may or may not occur. If the contingency occurs, payment will be made. Otherwise, the insurance company has no liability to pay the money to the policy holder. Next is amount of payment. If it is already stated that the probable loss will be estimated first and the premium will be determined on the basis. So in case of life insurance, the amount insured will be paid in the event of death of the insured, but in other cases the insurance company will reimburse only the actual loss, not the amount insured. Next is large number of insured person. So because this loss has been spread among a lot of people, so there is a large number of insured included. Now insurance is different from gambling. Gambling is what? Gambling, we should not confuse the insurance with gambling. Gambling is like a risk of losing something, but there is a chance that you gain something. Insurance is not a charity. See, charity is given without consideration, and insurance in insurance contract there is a consideration is the most essential element. Next is origin and history of insurance. See, it is Oriental Life Insurance Company has been started by Anita Bhavsar in 1880 in Kolkata to cater the needs of European community. So see, there is a very much discrimination between the foreigners and the Indian, and they are charging higher premium from the Indians. So in 1870, Bombay Mutual Life Insurance Society became the first Indian insurance, and in 20th century, many insurance companies were founded. In 1912, the insurance business. However, disparity still uh, exists discrimination between Indian and foreign company. The oldest existing company in India is National Insurance Company, which was founded in 906 and is still in business. The Government of India issued an ordinance on 19 January 1956 nationalizing the life insurance sector, and Life Insurance Corporation came into existence, and they absorbed 154 Indian and 60 non-Indian insurer non-Indian insurer, and also 75 Provident Society, 245 Indian and foreigner insurer in all. In 1972, with the General Insurance Business Act was passed by the Indian Parliament, and consequently General Insurance Business was nationalized with effect from 1st January 1973. 107 insurers were amalgamated and grouped into 4 companies. The 4 companies is National Insurance Company Limited, New India Insurance Company Limited, Oriental Insurance Company Limited, and United India Insurance Company. The General Insurance Corporation of India was incorporated as a company in 1971. It commenced in business in 1st January 1973. The LIC has monopoly till the 90s when the insurance sector was reopened to the private sector. Before that, industry constituted only 2 state insurance, life insurance or general insurance. GIC had 4 subsidiary company, and with effect from December 2000, these subsidiary have been dealing from the parent company was set up as an independent insurance company, that is Oriental Insurance Company Limited, New India Insurance Company Limited, National Insurance Company Limited, and United India Insurance Company, right? Then move to functions of insurance. Now the functions of insurance can be studied into 2 parts: primary functions and secondary functions. Primary functions of loss can be reduced by better planning, and administration, but the insurance relieves the person from such difficult tasks, right? Then insurance provide protection. The main function of the insurance is to provide protection against the probable chances of loss. Risk sharing, the risk is uncertain and therefore the loss arising from the risk is also uncertain. So the risk sharing in the ancient time was done only at the time of damage or death, but today on the basis of probability of risk, the share is obtained from each and every insured in the shape of premium, without which protection is not guaranteed by the insurer. Now move to secondary function. Number one is prevention of loss. The insurance join hands with those institutions which are engaged in preventing the losses of the society, because the reduction in loss causes lesser payment to the assured, and so more saving is possible, which will assist in reducing the premium. So lesser premium invites more business, and more business causes lesser share to assured. Next, move to it provides capital. The insurance provides capital to the society. The accumulated funds are invested in the productive channel, and the capital of society minimized to a greater extent with the help of investment of insurance. The industry, the business and the individual are benefited by the investment and loans of the insurer. Next is it improves efficiency. The insurance eliminates worry and miseries of losses at death and destruction of property. The carefree person can devote his body and soul together for better achievement. It improves not only its efficiency but the efficiency of the masses are also advanced. Last is it helps economic progress. So the insurance, by protecting the society from huge losses of damage, destruction and death, provides an initiative to work hard for the betterment of the masses. Right, so these are the functions of insurance. So I guess every